Hey guys, I just want to make this quick video and show you my for the first 100 hours of Throne Liberty as a free-to-play player. So I didn't wasted much time, generally speaking. I have been mostly as efficient as possible, and this is where I am at this point. So I got to a little over 2500 combat power, actually close to 2600. I just got some of the it's mostly solo end game items because I'm really it would be hardcore to go around and try to get proper best in slot items, but yeah, that's what it is. But as you already know, that's not really the most important part anyway. If you can see the traits, most of them are still locked and probably not even the best traits possible. So that's one of the things. So let's look around the other things that we got. So when it comes to the skills, basically I've got some of them are already at the epic level, so they're getting close. The most important one for me. Same for passives as well. The weapon mastery, that's just grind anyway, so that's not much of a big issue. It's level 10, I think the maximum is level 16. So that's just gonna happen eventually. That's not important for that. Okay, so what else we got? If we look at these things, for instance, guardians, I only got just a few of them. Actually, I have like more than half of them. Actually, they're just 7. So that's mostly just related to specific side quests, actually from the codex. And you can also check that, but it's like a long thing going on. So this is that part, which is the adventure, the main stuff. And you have exploration, which is like a whole bunch of additional side quests. So this is my progress basically. Some of them are already completely done. Some of them are like halfway there. It's mostly just you completing all the possible dynamic events, side quests, and things like that, and have some sort of progress on them. Like not just participate, but actually achieve something going on. Some of them are dungeons, right? These are dungeons, and so that's about for this one. Collection wise, this is just the actual notes that you find, the mysterious notes that also give you Hornet coins. So I did like I think a lot of them, but they're really just so many. Look at these points here. That's like how many you need to find. So yeah, I did like some portion of it. I wouldn't say half, but maybe, I don't know. But you also get more ornate coins from other things. So don't look at this. That's not just from me. I've been spending them anyway. What else we got here? So Amitoys, that's just basic these. You see, you have like loads of them, like so many. I think I got like 1/5, maybe one, probably. And you use them on your expedition, so that's okay. You don't need really that many, just mostly visual stuff. I think there's actually an Amitoy that is not just visual. It gives you like I'm not sure if it's like shorter cooldown or better healing. I think there was an Amitoy like that, but I'm not sure. I just look really quickly. Maybe I was just mistaken with something. Maybe it's just a actual upgrade that you get from the collection, right? That's like bonuses from the lithograph. That's I know if people actually aware of all that, but yeah, you have these. I would assume it's just by collecting the lithograph recipes and things like that. And you get XP bonus, which I'm not sure if this is going to be related to your weapon mastery. Solon bonus is obviously decent, so I think that's the maximum you can get. This is the current one. You got Abyssal contract token efficiency. You got master. Oh, that's mastery bonus. Okay, so that's completely different thing. So XP bonus is pretty useless for us right now. And I'm not sure if this is account wide. Item chance as well. That's kind of cool. This must be related. Oh, this is what we got from them anyway, I think. So got the morph here. So as you can see, I've got some of these leveled up. You get some bonuses, but really not that many. For the sprinting one, we only got like maybe less than half, let's say 1/3 of them. The glider one, we got like 4, so that's again maybe 1/3, maybe 1/4 actually. And the swimming one, even less, just 3. Yep, same story. So special, that's the one that we changed to. This is, I think that's just for fun, but these actually work as camouflage, by the way. So you get most of these by just playing the game anyway. You see we got like half. Then this, I'm not even going to talk about that. It's basically mostly just cosmetic stuff, so it's strictly connected to pay to win stuff. The lithograph book itself, right here, this is actually, you obtain things like reward, like different materials and also items, by the way, earpieces. But we did actually obtain quite a lot of these, as you can see. So you got like some of these going together with some materials, and others are just straight up just materials, but they're mostly really expensive. Like you have to just trade in epic items that you obtain from dungeons and or crafting and things like that. So that's quite expensive, but yeah, eventually you can get these as well. And that's actually super precious. Trade in Lockstone, that can help you to unlock your traits if you're having difficult time finding the right type of item. So generally speaking, that's what it is. So we're looking at overall what it says, 4.96%. But I'm not quite sure because here, as you can see, the whole graph here shows way more than 5%. So I'm not quite sure how this works, but this is what it says. The common one is 0 out of 48, so I'm not quite sure what's the trick there. Maybe just basically just the super regular stuff that you can find in the game. That's why, and I don't even know why, how to actually get these, to be honest. You look at this, it's just the regular, yeah. So that's not a bad thing. You can just actually go and either craft or buy and find these things. Some of them are easily obtainable, others might be drop related, but either way, that's just extra rewards. This is what we got for like 100 hours. And I've been feeding most of the things except for epics. Then, what else do we got? Cooking recipes. I mean, this is basically just based on your level of cooking. I'm not sure if it says here, it doesn't say what level we are, but we're basically level 10. So anywhere above that is locked. It's level 20. So I did like half of them. I wasn't really farming the cooking stuff, just making some stuff just for myself. So it's not really that difficult in my opinion. I don't know how it is to the end, but if you just grind enough and just use the materials, you just level up. So that's fine. Fishing is actually not even here. It's not like shown in here. You don't have levels for fishing, but I haven't been fishing at all. So you can get some stuff in there as well. Leveling lock. It's just, again, related to the side quests and things like that. Once you do these, you're going to get some extra rewards. I didn't do any arena. As far as I know, it's not balanced gear. So if you go in with the current gear, you're probably going to get destroyed. If they ever add something that is just balancing the gear and things like that, balancing the stats, then this might be a very active area, right? But at this point, it's only going to be top tier players, pay to win players, and they're just going to dominate. If that's the case, I'm not quite sure. So I've never really tried it. That's my assumption. If somebody has information about that, they could just let me know. But yeah, I haven't tried that, so can't say much about it. What else we got here? Milestones. I think that's also related to mass player-based content. Let's put it this way. Weekly missions are just every week anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. What else we got here that I can show you that could be relevant? Direct, I mean, that's if you do PvP anyway. So we can just actually go into my storage. That's like probably the last thing we can check here. And you can see I got to this point, right? So you can feed this and just expand it for a very long time if you have enough Solant. The actual inventory, however, gets to this point where it needs loosened, and I don't have much. You have to play with the action house, which I've mentioned before. It's actually not really my taste. I don't like the way it is, but every once in a while you can try and sell something, just make a little bit of loosened. Anyway, got a bunch of foods here that I need to just use, but that's not that important anyway. Most of the currencies and tokens I've tried to use up as much as I can. So that's a bunch of materials in here, mostly for cooking, but also other things as well. Also for upgrading. Actually, if we just look at them like this, that's actually food. We can just drop some food in here as well if you don't need it too much. Those are materials you need for upgrading your gear and skills. So mostly I've been using them as I can. These are all the bunch of the different materials that you use for many different things. Sundries, I would assume these are just things that you use like extra special materials or use these for different type of things. Maybe conversions, extractions. You got some chests to open as well. I've been using some of these as well, so we don't have that many. And then you have the weapons, I mean the items anyway. So I keep most of the epics because I don't know when I'm gonna need them on specific build, or some of them we might need just to feed for a trait. These I try to use up as much as I can. These are brand new, so I haven't tried tier 2 dungeons. We're gonna try that very soon. So yeah, I mean at this point you see the progress for 100 hours, and honestly I haven't wasted too much time. I've been as efficient as I can. If we have to put it into perspective, if you're hardcore player, like if you don't have life, and the game has been out for about 2 months, so you can probably have. I played only for 1 month, and I did about 100 hours, so that's probably on average like what, about 3-ish hours per day, on average, and this is where I got. So that's not even close to being properly end game geared. With this current setup, I will be completely destroyed in big PvP scale things. Most of the pay to win players would have easy time killing me. And if you would want to compete with them, and I've heard some people that actually say they're okay with this, it's not a big problem, the whole pay to win thing, they're doing fine. And I would assume that they have way more in-game time for them to just farm and grind and get to certain point. But if you have to put it into perspective, I can show it here. I have it. I have the calculator going on. But if you played like a month, let's put it this way, and you have like 200 hours, let's say 200 hours divided by 60 days. Wait, divided by 30 days, not 60. My mistake. Roughly in 1 month. If you play about 7 hours per day, then you have double my time, and I would assume that you'll be much closer to being properly geared. But at this point, they already released more content, so I don't know what's the cap right now, or what is the, like, let's say rough combat power cap. But to me, if you're either pay to win player or hardcore player that spends over 7 hours per day playing Throne and Liberty, you'll be fine. You'll be able to participate in many different parts of the game. You won't have much problem. You won't be treadmilled or something. But if you're more of a casual player, let's say not even casual, but just spending like regular time and you're not paid to win, then that's not the best game for you, in my opinion, because you're gonna have hard time competing with others. And that's heavy pay to win, heavy PvP game. It emphasizes on PvP a lot. So if you're unable to compete with others in PvP, you're pretty much blocked, you're gated behind the requirements to actually participate in many of the events. You can honestly do a lot of the stuff and a lot of the non-PvP related stuff, but let's say during the night, which is only 25% of the time, you're unable to participate in the open world dungeons, conflict areas. Also, whenever you have these conflict areas, right? It doesn't show it, right? I'll show something. Right. So whenever you try to do the conflict content, which is usually bosses anyway, you have hard time with this as well. You're left with the P stuff, non-PvP, which is okay. But also the arena, the guild versus guild stuff, the main big events like the siege, the castle siege event, all those things you probably have no way of participating in them. There are not many versions of this where you can do it as a solo player. Let's put it this way. But anyway, with that being said, that's gonna be for this video. It's just a quick recap of my first 100 hours in Throne of Liberty. So you see how it goes and how far you can go as a free-to-play player. So thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon.